You are the only one who get my humor. It's not good. It's not a good start. uh, I think that jazz education is divided into two realms. Some people will tell you that the most important thing is to find your own voice. When I was young, this is the only thing that kind of our hero musician used to say, find your own voice. In the last 20, 30 years, jazz education developed a lot. Tony told me last year that jazz education is the turnover, the money making in jazz education is 25 times more than all other jazz activity together. Which means that it's insane. Because who wants to take this one as a profession? The most that you can do is to be a teacher. And why? Because jazz education, in most cases, doesn't teach us how to find our own voice. It teaches us how to mimic the sound of jazz, how to pretend to be jazz musicians. Now, it's not just in jazz. Everything now is mimicking. What is mimicking the human experience? AI. I don't know about Germany, but in Britain, the doctors in the NHS, in the National Health System, they don't try to make you better. They pretend to try. They mimic the act of healing. Some of you are teachers in schools, in universities. We don't make people more clever. We mimic the act of teaching. And this is why the world is in a devastating state. And jazz is also in a devastating state. This is why education is more popular than the act itself, which is absurd, yeah? Now, the truth of the matter is that the activity of, or the act of becoming an artist should integrate these two things together. If you mainly mimic, you can be an incredible musician and make a living and everything. But you have to be really, really good in mimicking to have a name for yourself, yeah? Not to be just a clone of something. And if you have too much of your own voice, people may say that you are somehow out. But what I want to concentrate today is on the art of finding your own voice. It sounds very complicated, but in fact it should be the simplest thing because it's your own voice. And rather than looking out, you look inside. One of the greatest thinkers of the 20th century, we are not allowed to mention him because he was a misogynist and an anti-Semite, but he was a great thinker, was Otto Weininger. Otto Weininger said that to be a physicist or a biologist is quite boring. You look at the world and you say something about the world. Artists look into themselves and they say something about the world. This is unique. You look into yourself, you come with kind of a sad melody, and everybody understands that it's about love. This is amazing. Yeah? This is Otto Weininger. Now, when you think about looking for your own sound, where would you go? Where would you start? You can start in many places.
I would start in the bathroom because you can hear very close what you're doing.
Location, this is good. You have to find the right location. Okay. If we talk about sound, about rhythm, you start to play with intonation. Every jazz musician, especially on horns, on piano is slightly more difficult, get his own intonation, on, how you say, ornamentation, ornaments, the way you approach the note. Yeah? And this is something that you develop naturally, but you can go really, really far. You can try to explore aspects of your own, or guitar, or whatever, piano, kind of strange voices, playing with the inside of the piano. Drums, of course, the same thing. You can go to many, many places that you won't study from the books of Berklee. Berklee will teach you scales, fourths, arpeggios, tactics, but the search for your own sound that will make you into a unique musician can start really, really simple with yourself and your own, and playing with it and doing some strange things. And when you find something really strange that belongs to you, you can try to develop it. You don't have your own or any instruments, huh? Anyone instruments?
The singers around.
Yeah?
Yes,
Many singers.
I don't know. I want one saxophonist, one singer, one trumpet. Saxophone? Yeah. Vocal?
Yeah.
We have a lot of singers in the room. Yeah. So the first thing that we are going to do is something that I've done in the past. It mostly come out very successful, not always. We'll do something that I call consonance dissonance exercise. Consonance in classical music is kind of certain intervals, and dissonance is other intervals that sounds quite weird. In modern music, consonance is continuity, dissonance is disruption. Continuity is so it's quite clear what was the disruption, yeah? But it can be yeah, so the disruption can always the disruption can always it's all relative, yeah? The relationship between consonants and dissonance are always relative. And beauty is that which establishes a great relationship between the two. Okay? And it's not easy to take care of, to make, to create. Where's the saxophone? Ah, you're there. Okay, let's come, join me. Okay, you will see. You okay? Yeah. So basically, we meet for the first time, and and what we are going to do, we are going to establish this consonance-dissonance thing. I will start with something, and you will take it. From me, you can either join me or you're introducing your very own voice, and all of it together we have to make sure that we have a musical piece. So we start, we get somewhere, and we cool it down, and we end. Yeah? We don't have music. I didn't bring music. I don't read music. All right? Very interesting. Now, what we have a singer, and she doesn't have a microphone, and I think that you were just a bit too loud. Okay? The trick in this kind of situations, and I'm a loud player. I can play. The trick is that you have to make sure that you hear everything. To get it right. This was amazing. Yeah. I mean, for my ears. We do it again. Now we take it to a different place and allow yourself to be more experimental with your instrument, whether the voice, the instrument, maybe. We don't have drums. If there is a pianist that wants to join in. Don't worry, you'll find it. Okay. Okay? Now, how big do you think? We can see it. We can see it. How do you think this be extended? Can we do it with 8 piece, or with 12 piece, or with 60 of us?
I think you have to take turns then. Give each other room. Otherwise, it's all just noise.
I believe I play in a band of 16 people that doing just that. And it's an amazing experience. It takes a lot of listening. And some of us are not very technically advanced. You don't have to be technically advanced. Everything that we played now wasn't demanding in terms of knowing harmony and changes and all this fucking bullshit. Yeah?
But you have to be at a state where you don't have to be technically so good, but you have to be able to listen. Because if you're concentrated on your own instrument, listening to what is happening around you is what we call awareness. Awareness is the biggest secret of music. Consciousness is most often translated into fear. Consciousness is, where are the 2 and 5? Where am I? This is consciousness. Awareness is to hear. Now, Amos, do you have your oud with you? Yeah? Come. And Yaron, come join us. Okay, so this is about openness. Yeah? You can take Okay, the reason that I want Amos to play the oud, because you never played oud here, no? It's the first time. He is an amazing oud player, and he also builds oud. He is a luthier. Is because when you take a different instrument, you have a complete new spectrum of colors. Instrument that belongs to a different culture. It opens your ear to completely new landscape of ideas. Play a scale. Completely out of tune. Completely out of tune. Now, what the fuck, man? Can you play? No, you cannot play in tune. This is the whole idea.
Of course you can play.
No.
I was 100%
No, exactly. No, but this is. Play the scale. There. So if I want to play it on a saxophone, if I play, it's not right.
The third,
Yeah.
the third is between the minor and the
Yeah. Now, usually on saxophone, when you want to do it, I have to play in a different scale. No, it's okay. The wood is the way, because on saxophone to find the quarter notes, they are in different places and different scales. You can get good results, or in clarinet.
Also
Yeah.
on the oud, by the way.
Yeah.
Also on the oud, it's not every scale.
Yeah, every scale is a bit different. Okay, this is a completely different concept for what we think in Western music. Okay, play.
But I want to say something about that. In order to play the quarter tones completely correct, first of all, on the oud, you need to play the regular scales correct. Otherwise, you cannot find the in-between. You first need to play a minor scale. Then you have to play the major scale, right? Then you can find the in-between. So it's all. I'm just saying. In order to know the language, it's a whole kind of parallel world of rules and pieces. There's classical pieces. There's no funky pieces. There's hundreds and hundreds of classical pieces that in that culture. Just like their classical music, there's hundreds of pieces. Same thing.
And by the way, for me, to learn it, to do it on saxophone, which is not a natural instrument, I actually had to sing it. What? It's got Fujima, What? I had to sing it. And then to find the color, that fits with it. Now, let's take something like a blues. Can we?
I can try.
No, but be yourself. Yeah. What is B flat? Yeah. It's good for you.
B flat.
Is that what you played? No.
This is B flat. Right?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take 2 choruses each, and Amos will be Amos, you do your thing, and each of us try to take it to his own territory. Okay? We do it again.
there on this key. Gotcha.
Yeah. But there was a problem with this wire stuff. Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Love is so good.
Hey.
It's so good to be back. Oh, it's so good. It's so good to be back. And to see you all again.
Everybody together. But the thing is that we all played like jazz musicians, which is maybe what this course is all about, but we were not really experimenting with the whole scope of this instrument. Let's try. Give us another key that is good for you. Okay, so we will start as a trio, something, and you will join us and go with it. Okay? Find your own voice. this sounded like Angel Records from 85, isn't it? So we are not that original. But you could feel that you go into some unknown territories, basically Gaza, yeah, which is not in a good shape now. It's quite horrible. We'll probably talk about it during the week. Any questions? Yeah.
Dedicated workshops for that subject.
Yeah.
When you're experimenting with new territories, how do you make the difference between, what is the criteria of success? Because you don't have an established criteria of success like you have in formalized jazz.
What is the criteria for success?
What is the criteria of success? What makes an experimentation better than another one?
My criteria to success is when I kind of manage to pass one day without fighting with my wife. But no. but the criteria of success, in my mind, is your satisfaction. Okay? And this is something. If you are satisfied, it's a great thing. If you are satisfied and you make other people satisfied, this is a major achievement. Yeah? It's more difficult. It's more difficult, but it's the beginning of making a living out of it. Now, why? So now we explored. You remember what I told you in the beginning is that now it's becoming. Now we have enough time to make it now into jazz. Okay? So we covered the kind of weird corner of music. You can take guitar now if you feel more comfortable, but I don't know if you have an amplifier. Okay, because you can stay. It's good. We play quiet. It's good. It's a good thing. The same thing of finding your own voice, your own voicing, your own approach to jazz can be held or exercised in a traditional way. Yeah? So the thing that a lot of people are doing, and you should do, is transcribing. Okay, so this is the opposite of being yourself. It's being him or her, yeah? You learn how they do things. You pick a phrase, and you make it into your own. So you own it. You practice it in all keys and so on and so on. This is something that you know. Everybody told you this. Another way to practice, a lot of you are using the I Will Pro whatever. In the I Will Pro, you can make your own exercise. So if there is a certain mode, certain chord that you want to work on, certain kind of 2-5-1 or whatever, you take it and you see what works. So maybe let's do just kind of 4 bars of 2-5-1 to C. One, a two, a 1, 2, 3, So we are just in Do major, C major. Or yeah, you take something like that. What we will do together, we will do just the arpeggios. Yeah? Boo ba boo ba be ba ba boo ba doo ba boo ba be be ba. It's the simplest way. Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Boo ba boo ba be ba boo ba boo ba boo ba boo ba bee bee yeah. Ba boo ba boo ba ba doo ba boo ba boo ba boo ba dee bee ba. 2 and 4. 1. Ba boo ba boo ba ba boo ba boo ba boo ba ba bee ba. Bo ba boo ba bee ba 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 boo ba boo ba 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 bee yeah. Another one. Something the same. Do it again if I remember. I forgot. Which is good, the best. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba 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 ba. 1, 2. Yeah? Yeah? Now, what is the trick? The trick, I think, is this is the 2, yeah? The D minor. Yeah? I think that the trick is to come with an approach note to each of the notes. 1. Yeah? Ba 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 da ba da ba. The rhythm. 1 tatiketa pash. 1 tatiketa pash. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 tatiketa pash. Ba da ba da ba. Third up. Yeah, third up. Yeah. So, when I work on these kind of things, I just take 2, 5, 1, just one, like something that is easy for me. D minor 7, G7, C. I put it on 55 BPM, really slow, a ballad. And I find something that I really like, something that I like. Okay? And I really internalize it. And then I do it throughout the instrument. Now, this works for bebop phrasing. As you probably know, there are some tricks with bebop. There is this scale. How do you call this scale? It's kind of a diminished scale, start with a semitone, yeah? Yeah, but what is the name of it in Yaron? You know what is the name of it in English? We don't know. Yeah. So, Tony, how do you call? Moshe, it's Moshe, no? Moshe scale? Moshe scale? No, I don't know. What is the name of this? No, diminished, but there is a name for the one that starts with the semitone. Asol, okay. You play Asol? Okay, so can you play? Okay, can you play the 2-5? So what I'm doing now, I'm just playing this scale. So we have D minor, G, 7, C. I just play the asshole starting on G, okay? No, I'm playing on saxophone, but the asshole scale. Yeah. Not playing the asshole on the saxophone. Okay, 1, 2, let's listen for it. 2, 3, 4. I'm just playing the fifth. Very simple. But the scale. Let's do it. Let's sing it. 1, 2, 3. Close. I'm playing with you. You hear that it works nicely, huh? Now we do it with this triplet. Yeah, the triplet one. Yeah, and then you can start. Yeah, you can start on, I can start on each of the notes of the scale. So I can start on the G, sorry, on the G, on the G sharp, on the A sharp. 1, 2, 3, Now I start on semitone up. Up. Okay, so once you understand that, this, I think that it sounds very bebopish, yeah? If we play it fast and so on and so on. So you can see that there is a very simple idea that can be utilized as long as you give it the time and the attention and focus on it and finding your own color. So I realized that when I try to show it to some of my students, no, it won't work. You have to take this scale and to make it work, you have to make it work. Yeah? To find a rhythm that works. I just showed you a very simple rhythm that works. Yeah? You can do a lot of other things. It's exactly the same scale. If you look at this scale, you can look at it as two diminished scale. You can take it very far. I mean, not very, very far. Far Saba. Far enough. Far enough to have a career. I had a career just with this scale. This is my one and only scale. Okay? Very simple ideas. You can own them and make them into an art form. Used to be money. Now if you're lucky, it's Bitcoin. But okay. Questions.
Question here.
Yeah.
I've heard
somewhere that there are some notes to avoid, you know, when you are making a progression, like a 2, 5, 1, and so
Yeah.
on. Do you really pay attention to that, or it's not that important?
Okay, so let me tell you what I think about it. But first, I have to think about it. I don't want to tell you something that's no. I always say bullshit, but I want it to look thoughtful. Okay. My idea is that you can play 12 notes on everything. Okay, you can give me now. We are on 251 on C, and you give me what note that's supposed to F. F easy.
F sharp.
F sharp easier. Yeah. And I can also cheat.
But on the D
No, because once you understand that what we did now, so every note, even if it's not in the right place, it can be an approach note. Okay? So this is the yeah. Yeah. This is the F sharp. Yeah. Yeah, it's once you build yourself this skeleton, yeah, the bone that the music is sitting on, you can play any note. And it's a very good exercise. You can have, I don't know, make pieces of paper with all the notes and pick a note and that is completely out and try to integrate it. Yeah? Yeah, now, at the moment, we just looked at 251s in a very bebop-ish way, yeah? Now, we do exactly the same thing. Some of you, especially saxophonists, pianists, like to work, you also like trumpet, the one trumpet player, like pentatonic. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah? So, yeah, it's just 5 notes. Yeah? So, so what I'll do now, I will play the pentatonic, the minor pentatonic of the, I see, I will just play a pentatonic, a minor pentatonic. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is quite. Maybe I'll play first. I'll play the pentatonic in the most traditional way. 3. Yeah, it works, of course. Yeah, yeah. But then we have all these ideas that mixing pentatonics. The way I work on it, I find the pentatonics that sound, other pentatonic that sound very, very, very nice. So, for instance, if I'm in A minor pentatonic, I think that E minor will sound also very nice. 1, 2, 3. Interesting, no? Now I mix between the two.
And it takes some time. Another one that will sound great is B minor. One, two, three, four. I make it very short. This kind of ideas take maybe 1 year or maybe 20 years or maybe lifetime to work on. Yeah? But the whole idea is that I experiment with the sound. I put the iReal Pro on one chord and I see what works. And then we get into the playing outside. So I always explore these chords that work with, I mentioned because of your F sharp, with the farthest. Yeah? So we were in A minor. Yeah? I move between A minor and D sharp, yeah? Minor. And I see how it works. If it works, I start to develop my phrasing. So the whole idea, it comes back that even when we mimic the sound of jazz, we still must find our voice, our color in it. And you could hear it yesterday in the gig. Johannes played something, what was it, Night in Tunisia. Carlo played something very unique sound. Maybe it was also Night, both completely different color that I've never heard on this tune. Randolph did this amazing thing with Yaron. I played with him something that he just tell me, give me one note, called it Boeing. Yeah. I thought just to call it 787, you know, it's like, but not. But I told him, why Boeing? Let's call it Airbus. Nobody wants Boeing now. You know. Anyway, questions. Is it too complicated what I'm talking about?
Sometimes.
You have three messages. The first message is find your own tool. Look at yourself and you find out what is there. The second was make your ears bright. You have to hear each
Absolutely.
other. The third thing you said is make things simple.
Yeah.
Train as long as it's possible to
Yeah.
make new choices with new
Yeah.
instruments or with another scale.
Yeah.
I think these three ideas may manage it to play with it. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thanks.
Ears is important. Ron Carter has a good saying. He always say when he goes to a session or to a gig, he says, bring another set of ears, yeah? Take even 4. It's better than even 2. 6 even better, yeah.
No, but this is the whole idea. The idea is the most complicated ideas. We can. I don't say that. I don't think that it's the most complicated idea, but when you listen to bebop, it sounds initially when you hear Charlie Parker the first time, you say, "What the fuck, man," you know. But it's really, really simple. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the phrase. Sorry. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And all the thing is just the ornament in between.
And remember,
great idea when you practice is to have a dialogue with yourself. It's kind of a form of a musical masturbation. Or schizophrenia. Yeah? Yeah, if you don't agree especially. Yeah? One, confirmation, let's say. 1, 2, 3. Babu 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 be fa do be do be dem de you be do ba da be be do ba da de do da. I play with the finger be ba 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 bu be bu ba de do be ba. Yeah? Again, if you do that, you must have your own voice because it's not the fingers that are in control of your music, it's you. Yeah.
Another question, this is as a fourth rule. I find as a beginner or low-level player that when you start playing your own thing and it works a little bit, then suddenly the emotions come up and you lose control. Well, what can you do to keep always control?
Listen, I'm a person with no emotion. You have to ask someone. You have to ask someone. You have to ask someone. Maybe Tony or Johan. Yeah. Restraint. This is something that I say every year, you know. Each of us is very good in few things and very bad in others. The way to get better is to fight the bad habits, which is a lifetime struggle. It's not something. They are with you forever. Yeah, but you just have to know how to handle them. All right? If you know that you are too emotional, just...
No, you have to come in a position to watch yourself doing it and not be too deep in. You have to keep control.
Yeah, so for instance, when you become too emotional, you speed up. Am I right? Yeah. So you walk with a metronome, yeah? This is why they invented the metronome, especially in Germany, because they know that you are emotional people. Very emotional.
Some
Yeah.
people don't control their emotions as well.
No, this is our people.
When you are a beginner, you don't know, you don't think you have a voice, and you're thinking of a legend. I guess as a pianist, I'm thinking to learn how to articulate, like Theodorus Monk, for example, which has a very special way of articulating sound, or the interpretation of Keith Jarrett.
I know what you're saying, and you're right. It's a dialectics, yeah?
I'm trying to mimic them, and the question is, when can I say that I found my voice?
Maybe you will never find your voice. It's a possibility. And maybe, okay, it's a dialectics, okay? Your voice, mimicking, copying, yeah? Most of us are somewhere in the middle. Some people, I don't know, Ornette Coleman, very, very much there. A lot of saxophonists are very much in the mimicking of Michael Brecker, you know, or Chick Corea or whatever. Most of us are in the middle. And you have to decide yourself where you want to be, where you can be. It's a very personal thing. I'm just, what I try to tell you today, to be aware of these two poles. Okay? So it's not just mimicking. Mimicking is important.
But it's boring at some point.
Maybe. And some people are doing it so well that they even have a career out of it. You know, one of our most successful projects was a tribute to Charlie Parker. But even there, it was very important for me not to sound completely like Charlie Parker, mainly because I knew that I can't. Okay, so to give it something that is a bit personal. Okay, jazz, when it was great, it was when it was amalgam of a lot of personal voices. And I tell you how I see it, and this is, for me, why I gave you this talk today. I started to play jazz in the 80s. So my heroes, naturally, was the musicians of the 50s, 60s, 70s maybe. And when I listened to Miles Davis for the first time, I could hear a lot of different voices. So Miles playing is this broken way, and then Cannonball comes with this melodic thing, and then Coltrane. Or Miles and Bill Evans, you know, it's like everybody told a different story. When I listen to contemporary jazz, I hear a lot of people telling the same story on different instruments. Now, we have a lot of jazz, we have a lot of jazz education, but no many people like jazz as much as they like it in the 50s. You know why? Because it's shit. Because it's not as good. It is not as bluesy. It is not as unique. And it is our job to make it unique. Our job as musicians. And what I kind of, I'm doing this course, I don't know, for 20 years, and I run it, I don't know, maybe for 10 years. It's very important for me not to have one very academic. You can see that in every instrument we have different teachers that come from different places. Because I believe that we are all somewhere in between this mimicking, original. We have to find our way in between. This is how I see music. This is my philosophy. It's not very deep, but this is what it is. Jazz is not deep. It's supposed to be entertainment. And it's not entertaining anymore.
I must say I've been here quite a while. He gets better, not in playing, but in teaching.
Correct. All right. Any final question? Yeah, we can have one.
Yeah, a question about practice. I mean, I really struggle with finding time. I always think there's too little time for practice, but I know it can be more efficient. What recommendations would you give for practicing?
What is your instrument?
I practice guitar, yeah.
Okay, this is important. This is a very important question. I live in my building. There is where I live, there is a musician who practices maybe 18 hours a day, and it doesn't get better. It doesn't deteriorate. It doesn't get better.
Did you tell him that?
Yeah, of course. Of course. And I tell you why. Because you have to pick your exact problem. There is something that you do really badly. I don't know what it is. I don't know you. I don't know you're playing. But each of us, there is something that we really struggle with. And this is what we have to practice. My philosophy on that is very clear. If you want to be a motherfucker, I mean musically, yeah? It's kind of a really good musician. You have to identify your number one problem. If you have more than one, number 2, number 3 problem, which is very difficult because we are all in denial of our problems without being Egyptians. And number two, you have to develop your own method to deal with your problem. If you come to me, I will teach you to deal with my problems. You don't want to know. My problems are, yeah? So you develop your own method to deal with your problem. Number one, identify the problems. Number two, develop your own method to deal with it. Then, ideally, in 10, 15 minutes a day, you can solve all your problems. If you have a problem with time, there are a lot of methods to deal with time. Some people do Konokol. I do Konokol on every exercise that I do. I kind of do it rhythmically, change it, yeah? Everything that I think harmonically, I put it into Konokol. You know the Konokol, the Indian takadimi, takata, takata, ta, ta, chicken masala, chicken masala, chicken masala. Yeah? Vindaloo. Okay?
But some people would argue differently that, you know, you cannot be good at everything. Just stick at what you're good at and practice at that, rather than practice what you cannot do very well. What do you think?
It depends what you want to do. Exactly. If you go to reach a level that you say, okay, I'm there, now I have to keep it 50 years and I don't want to get better, you stick to it. But if you want to get better, build a program of 10 minutes a day. This is all what it takes. I know that this is what it takes because that's what I did. I never studied music. I had 5 music lessons in my life. But very good lessons.
But you know, I'm not playing the band, but if you play in the band, I would imagine you have to rhythm and listening. It's absolutely essential.
Listening before anything.
Yeah.
It's essential.
It's music.
Yeah.
It's the art of sound, which many people forgot.
Yeah. You know why we like? You know why we do music? Because we like the sound of it. Not the rhythm of it, the sound of it.
The side of it. The sound.
Everything is like the rhythm, the schmidem, it's part of the sound. And by the way, even sound. We started to play. You were just in the first one. You were a bit loud. You know, we had vocal. You have, and then you can be louder than the vocal and then the focus shifts to you, and then it goes back. Thank you so much. Enjoy the week.